It was a brilliant cross and a really good result for Manchester United, even if at times they did make it difficult for themselves, because they were second in the table, albeit for a couple of hours, for the first time this season. And even though they've played 2 games more than Arsenal, they're within 5 points of them. Are Manchester United in the title race?
No, I genuinely don't think they are in the title race. What was interesting, I was watching the second half and I was thinking they weren't going to get the goal, they weren't going to get the win. I thought Erik ten Hag has actually prioritised the Barcelona game this week because he's put Martinez and Varane on the bench and saved them for Barcelona on Thursday and played, obviously, you know, Shaw and Maguire at centre-back today. So even he, if he thought he could win the Premier League, he would obviously prioritise the Premier League. So I think even he's thinking that, you know, he's obviously rotating his squad and obviously he's got away with it today and it's worked for him. But no, I just don't think they can win the Premier League for the reasons that they've got so many games and I just don't think they're at the level of City or Arsenal.
But if you look at the table, they must be in with a chance. Obviously, Arsenal and City are ahead of them. But what they have to do, if any of them slip up, they're ready to pounce and keep the pressure on. They won today, keep the pressure on City. Consider where they started the season. Disastrous start, obviously, in the results against Brighton and Brentford. But to be where they are now, then I'd say they very much are in with a chance.
And we talk about Arsenal facing Manchester City on Wednesday. They have to play each other again this season. And we talk about that as a potential for Arsenal City to drop points in terms of their head-to-head. But one or both of them is going to drop points at some stage this season because they have to play each other.
That's what United keep have to do and what they're doing and winning football matches. Yeah, you can slip up the odd time, but they couldn't afford to slip up today. And eventually their quality did show. Particularly the first goal was brilliant. But the manager mentioned there, talking about the squad players coming off the bench, Sancho the other night, Garnacho tonight. That's where the squad comes into it. A lot of games coming up, Barcelona. But I don't think he was taking chances. I felt with the starting 11 was more than strong enough to win the game. And rightly so. But Man United certainly have to look at the table and the players and the manager and the staff and the fans must be looking at the table and go, listen, if City do keep slipping up, I know they bounced back today, and Arsenal, if having a difficult week or two, we have to be ready to pounce just in case. But as I said, obviously, City and Arsenal are ahead of them.
Roy's giving me confidence. Are you worried, Micah?
Am I overweight? I would agree. I think the only problem I see with Man United is the number 9 position. Weghorst is a very good player, links well, but can he score enough goals to keep them in the race? Rashford's been excellent, but can he keep this form going towards the end of the season when Arsenal have got Jesus to come back, Man City have got Haaland and Alvarez, World Cup winner, on the bench? That, I think, is going to be
a lot would have to go wrong for Arsenal and for City. And United, obviously, they're in all the cup competitions still, all them games. They play every 3 days. I just think it will be too much for them. I just think it'll be too much for them. But I mean, look, if they're in it, March, April, they're in a massive chance with 7 or 8 games to go. So they have got to hang in there and hope that Arsenal and City just aren't quite right towards the end of the season. But I just think they're not quite ready yet.